Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Envy, and we got a great face-off for you today between a couple of smartphones, both running dual-core processors, the LG Optimus 2X versus Motorola's Atrix 4G. Don't forget, stop by smartphoneenvy.com, check out the written review along with my winner of today's face-off. Also have some photos and videos from both contestants posted. You can get there real quick by clicking on the link in the description. All right, let's kick off our face-off, the LG Optimus 2X. It's quad-band GSM, dual-band 3G, no 4G connectivity, weighs in at 139 grams. It is the heavier of the two. Build quality, finally, for a high-end smartphone is outstanding. You've got Gorilla Glass, very nice metal band that encompasses the entire display. The workmanship and craftsmanship as far as the build, it's absolutely outstanding. I mean, it looks and feels very high-end. Battery cover comes in two colors, either black or brown. This is obviously the brown, has a nice texture coat on it. Nice metal band up the middle just below the camera itself. Let's pull off the battery cover. There you go. You've got a 1500 milliamp hour battery rated at 7 hours and 15 minutes of talk time. You can see you can hot swap your micro SD card as well. All right. Continue around up on top, 3.5mm headphone jack, HDMI port along with the power and lock key. On the right-hand side, volume rockers up and down. On the bottom, you've got a speaker microphone as well as a micro USB port. All right, the Atrix 4G from Motorola, quad-band GSM, tri-band 3G, AT&T's 4G connectivity. Weighs in at 135 grams, so it's just a little bit lighter. As far as build quality, you've got Gorilla Glass. The frame itself of the phone is metal, which you can see here and here. So that's pretty decent. And then the issue is you've got this battery cover, which is made out of a rubberized plastic, which is relatively cheap and to me seems like pretty much of an afterthought. Battery, you've got a 1930 milliamp hour battery rated at 9 hours of talk time. You can also hot swap micro SD cards, which is pretty slick. All right, down at the bottom lower left is the phone speaker. Above that on the left is the camera and dual LED flash. Up on top is the power and lock key as well as a fingerprint reader, second microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack, right-hand side volume rocker, nothing on the bottom, and on the left-hand side HDMI port along with the micro USB port. All right, let's talk a little bit about cameras. The Optimus 2X offers an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus, LED flash, geotagging, face and smile detection, touch focus, as well as image stabilization. Video capture, two choices, 1080p at 24 frames per second or 720p at 30 frames per second. On the Atrix 4G, you've got a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, dual LED flash, geotagging, also offers face detection and image stabilization, so you've got some more options available on the camera on the Optimus 2X. Video capture currently is 720p at 30 frames per second. An update is supposed to bring that up to 1080p HD as well. All right, let's see if I can get back to the home screen. Let's take a look at the displays. Got a couple of very nice displays. There we go. On the Optimus 2X, you've got a 4-inch IPS LCD showing 40 by 800 pixels, offers an accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, multi-touch, and a gyro sensor. Just above the display, upper right, you've got a front-facing camera for video calls, and below the display you have 4 touch-sensitive keys, main menu key, home key, back key, and search key. On the Atrix 4G, Atrix 4G, I'll get it together again. You've got a 4-inch QHD capacitive touch display showing 540 by 960 pixels. Has an accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, and offers multi-touch. Front-facing camera upper left for video calls, and below the display again 4 touch-sensitive keys, main menu key, home key, back key, and search key. And believe it or not, they're in the same order. It doesn't happen very often these days. All right, as far as memory, Optimus 2X comes with 8 gigabytes of internal storage, 512 megabytes of RAM. Internal storage can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. Atrix 4G's got double the internal storage at 16 gigabytes, has almost double the RAM at 1 gigabyte of RAM, and again you can expand internal storage an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. They both offer Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN with support for DLNA and HDMI outs. They both offer Bluetooth version 2.1 with support for A2DP. They both have GPS with support for AGPS. They can both be used as Wi-Fi hotspots. They both have the same processor. They both have the NVIDIA Tegra 2 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, and they both run on the same operating system, Android 2.2 Froyo. All right, as you can see, I made my way over the Android market and downloaded the Quadrant Standard benchmark test on our two bad boys. So let's run that and see what happens. We're off to a good clean start. Again, they're both running the NVIDIA Tegra 2 1 gigahertz dual core processor. The advantage would have to go to the Atrix 4G, and it has 1 gigabyte of RAM versus the 512 megabytes of RAM on the LG Optimus 2X. Optimus 2X is into the 2D graphics, now headed to 3D graphics. Gives you a good look at the displays. See the frame rates and frames per second in the lower left-hand corner. Atrix 4G is getting into the 2D graphics and now the 3D graphics. I have the brightness set down pretty low on both of the displays because the camera picks it up better. Both of them are very, very bright. Are capable of being very, very bright. All right. What do we get from the Optimus 2X? $23.97. And again, someone pointed out they could tell how old I was because I had to pick these up and move away from the camera to be able to read them. And on the Motorolla Atrix, it's $25.48. I've gotten up to 28 on both of them. Yesterday, it came out with the Galaxy S2, over 3,000 on the benchmark, so I took these and ran both of them a few times and got them up around 28. So they will run 28. This is the first time I've run it today, so got 23 on one and 25 on the other. So the Atrix 4G was our winner of the benchmark test. All right, let's run our YouTube comparison, and I've got them both running off the same Wi-Fi network. I've got the volume turned up on the Atrix 4G so we can listen to the speaker on that one, and I'll turn it down and turn up the volume on the Optimus 2X for a second one. They're both going to play in HQ.
All right, boys. Listen up. Whenever you're tired, here's a love song for you. I remember you told me once all about who would be your dream girl. You said so dashing now, but without the shame or class. So I put on makeup.
All right, that was pretty interesting. All right, let me turn down the volume on the Atrix, and let's turn it up on the other. And let's watch Angry Birds PSA. And we're off. I think that was pretty close to even. Again, they're both HQ.
Hello, I'm Daffy Duck.
And I'm Miss Piggy. You may recognize us as animated stars of film and television.
But we and countless other celebrity birds and pigs are really getting animated over an issue close to our hearts. The Angry Birds War.
Because, well...
All right, there's a look at YouTube comparison, and I would have to say the LG Optimus 2X loaded both of the videos quicker than the Atrix 4G. They're, again, both running off the same Wi-Fi network. And I thought the sound was better on the Atrix 4G from where I'm sitting, but I'll let you decide that. And again, you can decide display quality as well. All right, what do you say we do our navigation comparison? I'll try and kick these two off at the same time. Navigate to Corner Bakery. And they're off. Which neck and neck looks like. Atrix may be a little bit ahead. And we'll wait for the list on the other.
Head north on Lansburn Circle toward Instone Court.
All right, Atrix 4G
Head
obviously.
northwest on Caven Way toward Lansburn Circle, then turn right at Lansburn Circle.
All right, both of them were able to grab the GPS. The Optimus 2X seemed to have a little bit of a issue there getting finding the location, but once it got it, it seemed to do quite well. So voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation worked well on both. Put these on mute, and let's double tap to zoom in on Atrix. Pinch to zoom as well. We can pinch to pull out. Seems to redraw quite well, very smooth. All right, let's try the Optimus 2X, double tap to zoom in. There we go. Pinch as well, and we can pinch to pull out. Seems to redraw quite well. Also very smooth to move around on the display. So as far as navigation, both of them passed, again, with flying colors. Alright, I think it's time we ran our unofficial speed test. I've downloaded Task Killer on both. Let's kill as many of the background tasks as we can on both. And let's give it a go. What do you say we start out with the phone app? That was definitely the Optimus 2X. Let's go to Contacts. That was definitely the Optimus 2X. Let's go to Gmail. That was definitely the Optimus 2X. Let's try the Market. That was definitely the Optimus 2X. Let's try Maps. I think that was the Optimus 2X as well. Let's try the Camera. And got a bad start on that one. So I apologize, that one didn't work. What haven't we tried here? Calendar on both. And that looked to be the Atrix 4G. And then let's try Movies. Alright, let's try Movies. And that was the Optimus 2X. And now let's try loading the same video and see who pulls it up first. There we go. Well, based on our unofficial speed test, which we know how really important it actually is, Optimus 2X seemed quicker than the Atrix 4G. Didn't seem, and I have to tell you, in playing with both of the phones, I came back with the same thought. The Optimus 2X does feel a bit snappier than the Atrix 4G. So there's our unofficial speed test.